All right, everybody, I'm headed out to Home Depot to get just a little bit of lumber to complete the rest of my bed project, which is basically the storage underneath the bed. I'm just going to be creating boxes because that's just going to be the smartest way to go instead of trying to get something pre-made. I spent a lot of time online, like looking at dimensions and seeing if anything would fit the way I wanted. I like the bed, and I'd rather build the storage around the bed instead of build a new bed that may not fulfill my needs like the last one did not. I still want to add a layer of foam to the top of that mattress because that mattress is basically a joke, and the bed is low enough now that I have enough head clearance that I could add a layer of foam on top of the mattress and still be low enough that I'm not hitting the ceiling. I do like that the bed is lower. I thought I wouldn't like that, but that's because I was working around the bins, but now I'm working around the bed, and I think it'll all work out, but we're gonna find out, and we're gonna head on to Home Depot. So I'm at Home Depot in Phoenix, Oregon, which is only a couple of miles outside Ashland. It's kind of between Ashland and Medford. And man, it is crowded here. I guess a lot of people are doing like home improvements while they're home because it is so crowded. And I think construction people are still working, but there's no way this isn't just like regular patrons. Like, I can't believe how crowded this parking lot is. Some of the markets I've been to haven't had lots this crowded. Hopefully I'll be able to actually get into the store. But we'll see. We'll see how successful I am in getting the stuff I want to get. All right, away we go. So I have finished doing my Home Depot shopping. It wasn't too crazy in there, but I got my wood for the project. So I'm going to put that in the van, and really I need both my hands. So filming's not cool right now, and I will check back with you guys once the project is actually in progress. So this is what the back of my van is looking like right now. There's the bed over there. And here's all the stuff I have kind of set aside for project life. And this is why it's really hard to build while living in a van. It's totally possible. Like, I would have found a way to make it work. But yeah, trying to find space to just shove big pieces in can sometimes be troublesome. I have slept around situations like this before and then just continued a project in the morning. All right, so it is project day. I basically bought some wood from Home Depot, took you guys on that trip with me, have some little odds and ends in a bag down there. But also the other thing I'm adding is, you can't see it from there, so I'm going to move you. So this is a new table that I'm hoping can fit inside the van, but I'm not sure if this was a good buy or not. And because like the safest way to get stuff right now is online and have it delivered or pick up from store, it's a little bit of buying blind and guessing. So we're gonna get this out the box and see how it fits in the van with the new bed. So as an interesting thing has happened. I thought that box was a little thick, but I was not expecting this. I definitely ordered one table. There were 2 tables in that box. So I don't know what I'm going to do with a second table. This is an interesting position to be in, especially since I don't really have room for a spare just to put it away somewhere. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. It's a little weird. Well, let's just see if the one table is going to fit. All right, so the table is in here. In fact, the camera is sitting on the table right now, and it fits great. I just don't know what I'm going to do with a whole other table. The table comes with 4 of those little easy to open stools that store inside the table, and I already how often am I going to need 4 stools? You know, it's nice to have the one. That I'll probably will use one of the 4 on occasionally, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the other 3 anyway, so I definitely don't need a whole other table with 4 other stools. It's really heavy, so it's not something I want to ship. It's certainly something I would sell locally if I could find somebody local who would drive up and pick it up, but it's not something I want to sell, so I don't know quite what I'm going to do with a whole other table. I mean, I thought the box looked a little thick for what I had ordered, but I definitely am blown away by the fact that there was a whole other table in there, and I definitely don't need a whole other table, so we'll see what I'm going to do about that. It's quite the conundrum. I mean, honestly, I'd happily just give it to somebody if I knew they were in need, but it would also be nice to sell it and just have some money, but I don't even want to find out what it would cost to ship something that heavy, so I'm not really big on the idea of shipping it, but I would give it away. I just don't know what I'm going to do with a whole as I say it again, a whole nother table. But as far as the fit is great. Unlike my old table, which was really, really high, the other table had to have been about right here. This table has 3 levels. Right now it's on the lowest level, and I have way more clearance, if I want to cook on this thing, as far as, setting up a stove and the distance between it and the roof, which was a real concern with my old table. So my final decision on the storage has been I'm going to take the old platform that I was using for my bed, the plywood pieces, and turn them into underbed storage. It's not going to be that hard a job. It's basically 2 boxes. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to start that project now. Not going to be doing a lot of talking, just a lot of doing, and we'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness, guys, I didn't think building boxes would be so hard. But it turned out to be way more difficult than I expected. I got exactly 1 drawer completely built with the sides and the fronts and everything. I have all the wood cut for the second one, but I need to buy another set of brackets to be able to put it together. Just putting the screw through the wood was just splitting the wood, whereas if I use the brackets, it's perfectly sturdy, and I'm not cracking the wood, so it just turned out to be better for the wood to use the little L brackets and corner brackets. So I'm gonna have to go back to Home Depot to buy the brackets I need to finish the second drawer, but I'm pretty happy with how the first one turned out and glad I have all the wood cut for the second one, so that all I have to do is buy the brackets and put it together, which at this point I think is gonna happen tomorrow. I really thought I would just knock this out today, and that's just building drawers. So you can see why this stuff would be really hard to do not in this situation. Now mind you, I've done big upgrades to the van even when I was living out of it full time, but it's nice to have time to do stuff when you don't have to sleep in it that night, when you aren't thinking about, you know, taking a break for food and you have to worry about eating out of the van and all of that. Like, it was really nice to be able to just, you know, be able to knock it out and get it done. So yeah, I guess we're gonna keep going with this tomorrow. Thought I would wrap up this video today. I had in my mind that I was actually going to shoot 3 videos today, because I have 2 more video ideas I want to do, but I don't really want to get to them before I finish what I'm doing here.